Hey everyone, I'm your mayor, Glenn Grandis, and this is this week's mayor's message, where we will go over what happened at the last city council meeting, what's coming up at the next city council meeting, and what happened at the planning commission meeting. Well, let's start with the planning commission meeting for October. It's canceled, so nothing to report on there. Now let's talk about what happened at the last city council meeting on October 1st. The first thing were presentations, and the Advisory Committee for Persons with Disabilities provided the Advisory Committee for Persons with Disabilities Annual Awards to Fountain Bowl, Stater Brothers, and Dale McIntosh Center Housing Liaison. We appreciate all they do for our community. Next, we presented a proclamation supporting Breast Cancer Awareness Month to the Fountain Valley Fire Department. And we want to thank all of our firefighters who had special shirts made up and are doing their best to create awareness for the very important topic of breast cancer awareness. All right, let's go into the business of the city. First, the consent calendar. The City Council voted to approve the amendment to the Fountain Valley Municipal Code to include regulations for e-bikes in city parks. So no longer can you have any e-bikes in our city parks. Next was a vote to deny the adoption of an ordinance increasing council member compensation. However, it sounds like that's going to be reconsidered and voted on again at the next city council meeting on October the 15th. All right, let's talk about administrative items in the last council meeting. The city council voted to approve the introduction of the ordinance to implement OCPA's Orange County Power Authority's initiative for our city. And what that does is it gives our residents the ability to choose which power company they want to use. Do you want to stay on Southern California Edison? No problem. Do you want to move over to OCPA? No problem. You have your choice. And then there are different levels of OCPA as well, which could, on the basic level, save you up to 3% on your power consumption over Southern California Edison. Or if you're someone like me, you might want to spend a little bit more, $5, $6, $7 a month and get 100% renewable energy. Next, the City Council voted to approve the city's fund balance reserve policy. This is so important for our city, is we set aside funds in the different reserve accounts in case of disasters in the future and to make sure that we are fully funded. So if any foreseen circumstances come about in the future, the city has the funds to continue on. Very responsible, fiscally responsible. I'm very proud of our city council for doing that. Next, our city council voted to adopt a resolution supporting Prop 36. This is a proposition that'll propose changes to current laws to allow increased penalties for certain theft and drug crimes, as well as measures for rehabilitation and treatment for drug-related offenses. All right, let's talk about what's coming up at the next city council meeting next Tuesday, October the 15th. First, Southern California Edison will be there talking about a volt replacement at Brookhurst and Edinger. Let you know what's going to go on with that. All right, let's go to the admin items now. So there is an agreement that we're going to have with Dish Network, who currently has a ground-based cell tower over in Harper Park, and they're going to move that over to the tree that already exists. So we're going to have an agreement with Dish Network on that. Next, we're going to talk about our strategic plan 6-month objectives, and we're going to adopt what we came up with at our strategic planning session. Then we're going to approve a PSA to MKN Associates to perform the Water Master Plan and Water Rate Study. Really important things for our city. Making sure we stay in advance of what the needs are for our community when it comes to water. All right, let's talk about announcements and upcoming events. So our new 410 work schedule, surveys are available. We want to hear what you have to say. Surveys are on the website. Let us know your feedback. Currently, what we're doing is closing instead of every other Friday, which is kind of confusing for a lot of people. We're closing every Friday instead and extending our hours on Monday through Friday. We want to hear Does that make sense or not? It's a pilot program. Next, the Housing and Community Needs Survey is now open. The city is in the process of preparing the 5-year consolidated plan and needs your input to assess current housing and community needs. Visit the city website to take this survey. We always want to hear what our residents think. All right, tomorrow night or Wednesday night, depends when you see this, is our nonprofit roundtable. It's going to be Wednesday, October 9th, over at the Recreation Center at 7 o'clock. What we want is one representative at least from every nonprofit that benefits our citizens and our community members. We want everybody to start working together, have a consolidated calendar, and supporting each of our nonprofits in their different events. This Friday is Bingo Bash. If you haven't been before, it's a ton of fun. You could register at fountainvalley.gov. I'll be there. Hope to see you there as well. And then this Saturday, our fire department has their ever popular open house this Saturday, October 12th. Get more information again at fountainvalley.gov. And then your council is going to be busy next week at the annual Cal Cities Conference in Long Beach from October 16th through October 18th. All right, I'm your mayor, Glenn Grandis. That's this week's mayor's message. Thanks for being an involved citizen and caring about our community. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks, everyone.